Hello. So, during this quarantine period, may idea akong naisip. Observe niyo ba na in movies and books, ang usual portrayal nila of love is people get together and they usually tell heartwarming stories with each other and then nagjo-joke sila, laughing, smiling, frequently saying, I love you. Tapos, they give hugs and kisses. Ayun. And dahil sa portrayal na to, usually may isip mo na kapag hindi ganito ang na-experience mo or na-experience mo, then you probably have not experienced love as it should be. Pero what I have learned during this prolonged isolation is people actually express love in different ways. There was this story na nakita ko in FB. Yung nag-post, he observed na his dad's love language is through money. When yung nag-post and yung kanyang sibling, whenever they interact with their dad, sa few interactions na meron sila, usually nagpo-proceed yun as their dad asks them if they have enough money and kung gusto pa nila ng more. Even when nung tumanda na sila, kapag makikipag-meet sila with their dad, ang usually ginagawa ng dad nila is magbibigay sa kanila ng pera as if they are still children. And ang amazing pa dito is their dad actually gets the money from his own pocket money, hindi doon sa funds ng family niya. So essentially, binabawasan niya yung pera para sa kanya just to give to his children. Ayun. On a more personal note, meron akong kakilala na may online classes ngayon. Tapos nakatira siya sa house ng relatives niya. But this house is adjacent doon sa house ng kanyang family. So whenever he has meals, edi lumilipat siya sa kabila para kumain. So one day, he was down with a fever. Ayun, lumipat siya sa kabila, he ate dinner, and parang na-mention lang niya slightly in passing sa kanyang family na parang mabigat pakiramdam niya, parang nahihilo siya, ganun. Mga non-specific signs ng fever. Ayan. So balik na siya sa kabila, natulog na siya. Then the next morning, pagkagising niya, yung relative niya dito asked him, kamusta ang tulog mo? Maganda na ba pakiramdam mo? Ayan. So, that means, since nalaman ng relative niya, that means na pinabantayan siya ng kanyang family. Kahit hindi direkta. And then usually, on that day, his mom would be preparing some sort of soup for lunch. And his dad would be home mula sa drugstore, bibili ng anti-cough or antipyretics na medication. Ayun. On some occasions, hindi mame-mention lang yan na parang nag-crave siya ng fruits, ganyan, ng juices, coffee. And then after a while, biglang may stash na ng fruits dun sa table. Or pagbukas niya ng ref, meron na dong juice na bago. Pagpunta niya ng kitchen, meron na dong brand new pack of coffee. And at times na pagmukhang stress na siya sa kanyang online classes, then his parents would ask him na, anong gusto mong pagkain? Bibili tayo sa labas. Ayun. There's this time na he was experiencing some sort of panic attack kasi ang dami niyang kailangang aralin, and at this particular set of time he was feeling na online assessment tools feel very meaningless. Ayan. So he sent out a call for help sa social media, and surprisingly, a childhood friend reached out to him, and this friend talked with him and listened until everything became clear again. On another note, this guy has met a special someone na nakakausap niya every night. So doon sila nag-share ng problems, nagkakamustahan. And apparently, this special someone has a lot of personal problems of her own. And she makes sure na nasosolve niya tong mga to bago ang kanilang oras. So based sa mga nabasa, narinig, nalaman ko, I have learned during this quarantine na whenever you are feeling na everything is meaningless and love cannot be found anywhere, you just have to stop and look around you. Dito applicable yung sinabi ni Dumbledore na happiness can be found even in the darkest of times only if one remembers to turn on the light. I'm pretty sure na once you stop and look around you, you'll find na love is there in plain sight. waiting for you to acknowledge and appreciate it. Pero despite all of this, there's this question na kailangan nating masagutan. What if you've done this, you've reflected, you've looked around you, and sadly wala kang mahanap? Then sorry na ganun ang situation mo. Maaaring may part kang pinlay para mapunta ka sa situation na yun, or pwede rin namang wala. Pwedeng you were just a victim of circumstance. Pero either way, I think what can be done is we have to take personal responsibility for our situation. And tayo na mismo ang mag-e-express ng love to the people who matter the most. How do we do this? Kasi maybe happiness comes from giving love or being of service to the people whom you feel a sense of community with. Sense of community meaning when you're with these people, you can genuinely say and feel na it's okay, it's alright, nakasama ko tong mga to. This idea comes mula dun sa book na The Courage to be Disliked, a book na heavily based sa thoughts ni Alfred Adler, yung 20th century psychologist. So, ano ang practical application ng idea ni Adler na happiness comes from being of service to the people whom you feel a sense of community with? So for example, ikaw na mag-volunteer to wash the dishes. Maaring ikaw na mag-initiate sa pagkakamusta with a friend. Ikaw na mag-initiate ng pag-greet ng happy birthday or Merry Christmas sa isang GC, or any other idea or action na napag-usapan natin kanina. Regardless kung ano man yung means kung paano mo ipapakita yung love mo, ang essential dito is through your action, hindi siya dapat mag-feel na as if you're doing a favor to the person. Hindi siya dapat mag-feel na as if magkakaroon yung person ng utang na loob sa'yo. Bakit? Di ba parang ang hirap nun? Well, kasi nga di ba, these people are the people that you love. These people are those na may sense of community ka. It's okay to be with them. So this would be the people na kaya mong i-entrust ang iyong child with them. This would be the people na okay sa'yong maging friends with your family. So essentially, ito yung mga tao that you can entrust an aspect of your life with. Now, think about that concept and hopefully may mga tao na nasa isip kayo. Now, ang idea dito ni Adler, once you did something for these people, once you expressed your love for them, meron kayong mafe-feel eh. And for Adler, yung feeling na yun is actually happiness. It's that simple. Tapos, kapag ginawa mo itong mga bagay na to, you actually make people's lives a bit better, diba? And this, in turn, would make the world a place that is a bit more bearable to live in. And who wouldn't want that, diba? Hi! So, I'd just like to take this moment to thank you and yung mga nanood din nung first video. Kasi doon din, ang daming heartwarming na comments and hindi ko yun in-expect. So, ayun lang. Stay safe and bye-bye. And I love you all. Bye-bye.